Come one, come all, coming to you live from the Telescope Broadcast Center. Coming to you live from the Telescope Broadcast Center. Brett Porter with NYBT Media. We got the Granville Golden Ladies, Golden Horde, going up against visiting Cambridge Tigers. Cambridge making the, Lord knows what, like 45-minute hour trip, coached by Sarah D. Ladies Golden Horde been squeaking away a few solid wins. As we get ready for your Ladies Golden Horde to announce their starting lineup. All right, intros out of the way. Teams talking over some final game plans before we get started. It's good old Wednesday night varsity women's basketball coming to you live from the Telescope Broadcast Center. Brett Porter on the horn. Your friend of mine, Eric Picar, our producer, cameraman, everything you need. Noticing for the first time in any of the broadcasts that I have covered, we have an official with a mohawk. I don't know if you consider a full-fledged mohawk. Definitely not the classic punk rock Liberty Spike style, but still 0 on the sides, 2 up top. It's a mohawk to me. It's Tigers getting their starting lineup out there. Starting lineup tonight. Got Sharon. I'm gonna probably pronounce his name wrong all night, so I'm gonna go with Berthiaume, Berthiume. I'm just gonna call you Sharon all night, hon. I hope that's not a problem. Number 24, Sharon. 12, Nicole Fountain going up for the tip-off against Ella Olson. And Olson wins the tip-off. But it's going to be Cambridge getting the ball. That was number 10, Megan Day. Day giving it back to Tolman. Tolman laying one up, and that's no good. Ella Olson on the rebound, giving it to Claire Gould. Gould finding Martell, at least you'd think, but Sharon getting all of that back to Martell. Finding Ella Olson, who's double team in the middle. There's Melanie Fisher going up for one. And that's no good. Cambridge ball. Megan Day dishing it off. And that deep 2 is no good. It's Tolman. Give it off to Sharon. Sharon and Cambridge are going to score the first points of the game. 2-0 with 7 time to go. And it's Claire Gould finding Fisher. Back to Gould on a back pedal. Faked it out. Looked like she was going to give it to Martell. And Granville's going to be called on the travel. Claire Tolman to inbound that, and that is received by Ashley Moses, number 5. Tolman, some light coverage from Gould. Set 3-point attempt is up and no good. Claire Gould actually on the rebound there. Never thought you'd say that. Gould pass to Martell. Martell finding Paige Taylor. Ella Olson trying to throw it up. That's no good. And that is a Cambridge rebound. It's Nicola Fountain finding Sharon. And she's getting double teams. And as that deep 2 is up, and that deep 2 is good. It was number 5, Ashley Moses. 4-0 with 6 minutes to go in the first. Paige Taylor finding Mackenzie Martell. Martell driving up the middle. And that looks like someone from Cambridge got a piece of that as Claire Gould recovering that, finding Taylor. Ella Olson trying to box, trying to throw out a good screen there. Martell dishing it off to Paige Taylor at 3. This is a little too much behind it. And Claire Gould, it's going to be another travel for Granville. It's going to be Cambridge ball. Tolman finding Moses. No, Melanie Fisher gets away with it. As Claire Gould tries to lay one up, and that's no good. It's going to be Granville ball. Sharon to throw it in. That's going to get inbounded by Claire Tolman. Tolman finding Moses. Moses finding Tolman. Sharon trying to pass it off to number 5, Ashley Moses, but Melanie Fisher gets a piece on that. And looks like Coach Keith Beatty is going to take a 30-second timeout. So we're not going to throw it to the sponsors yet. But, I mean, yeah, if you guys are... Hey, Eric, get a zoom in on the ref. I want to see if that's a real Mohawk or not. I think the people at home deserve to know. Beautiful zoom. I think that's a Mohawk. I'm going to give him credit for that. But after 2 minutes and 44 seconds of play, Cambridge Tigers 4, Granville Ladies Golden Horde 0. Yeah, looks like we're about to get back into it. Claire Gould will throw it in and slated to be inbounded by Mackenzie Martell, but Cerrone just jumping right in the middle of it, finding Paige Taylor. Claire Gould does. Claire Gould getting double teamed, and Nicola Fountain just ripping it out of her hands. Stolman getting it off to Ashley Moses. That shot's up. That shot's no good. Dancing around the rim. Sharon rebounding that. But Granville getting some hands on it. Mackenzie Martell trying to get out of the way of Sharon. Give it off to Ella Olson. Paige Taylor going for the 3s. Normally pretty automatic from beyond the arc. That one's up and that one's no good. Sharon passing it off to Ashley Moses after the missed 3. Tolman trying to find Megan Day in transition. And Granville gets a hand on it. Megan Day, excuse me, to inbound it. Finding Sharon. Day, Sharon. Sharon, shots up, shots no good. It's both sides of the rim, doesn't go in. It looks like Granville won that rebound, but they did not. Melanie Fisher getting some hands on that. Once again, Cambridge ball. And that is inbounded by Claire Tolman, but shot goes off the glass and nowhere near the rim. Olsen finding Melanie Fisher, throwing it out back to Mackenzie Martell, who's being covered by Sharon. Paige Taylor finding Ella Olsen. To Martell. Martell looked like she was going to go up for 3, but Lily Olsen going up for 1. Hits the front of the iron. That's no good. Nicole Fountain now for Cambridge trying to get some more points up on the screen. And Ashley Moses, 3-point attempt, no good. Mackenzie Martell driving up on the fast break, and she's going to find, Paige Taylor's shot looked like it was going to go in, but once again, just rimming in and out. Moses getting off to Sharon. Moses getting almost triple teamed, it looked like, from that angle. As Claire Tolman now trying to get one up, and Granville's going to need a piece on that. Once again, that's going to be Cambridge ball. Megan Day to throw it in. Inbounded by LaFountain. And that shot's up and sailing way over. Looks like Moses is going to be called on a reach-in foul there. As Lily Olsen throwing it in to Martell. Martell giving it back to Lily Olsen. And Melanie Fisher gets the pass, but doesn't quite reach a handout in time. And that's going to be Cambridge ball again. Sharon inbounding it to Tolman. Look at that. Mackenzie Martell trying everything in her power to keep the ball going out of bounds. But it does anyway further down the break. as the only Mohawks official I've ever seen, accidentally, just by no fault of anyone else, kind of running interference there. Could Cambridge have gotten to it? Probably not. But still, Granville balls. Lily Olson threw it into Martell. Martell giving it back to Lily Olson, but that's an over and back violation. Can't be doing that. And just one of those things where Lily Olson was only 1 foot out on that side. Just a communication thing. These things happen. Ashley Moses and a sea of the Golden Horde passing it back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Sharon goes up for one, and that's going to be blocked by Paige Taylor. And they're going to call that a jump ball, and possession arrow is going to favor Granville. Lily Olson to be inbounded by Mackenzie Martell. Martell finding Paige Taylor up in the middle, and Paige Taylor's shot is up and no good. Granville has gone almost 6 minutes into this game. Still no score on their side. As Ashley Moses driving one up, and that's going to be good for another 2. It's a 6-0 run for Cambridge so far. Lily Olson finding her sister Ella, but a little bit of shakedown there, and that's going to be Cambridge ball. So Moses slipping it to Megan Day, back to Moses, to Tolman. And Tolman's going to give it to number 12, Nicole Fountain. She's going to give it off today. A lot of passing so far from this Cambridge women's team. 6-0 with 1:40 to go in the first quarter. Tolman giving it off to Moses. That 3-pointer's going to be up and no good. And Jalen Boynton going to be on that rebound. Paige Taylor with the rock stride, giving it off to ball ultimately goes out of bounds, and going to be Granville ball. Lily Olson to throw it in. Now it's inbounded by Boynton. Boynton marching up into the paint and doesn't quite really pull off an entire shot. So leave it to Ella Olson to finish there as the Golden Horde finally gets some points on the board. 6-2. 6-2 favoring Cambridge with 1:05 to go in the first quarter. But a very defensive quarter so far. Speaking of, as that's another turnover for Cambridge. Lily Olson getting on all that, but they immediately give it right back. And Nicole Fountain going to be calling she's going to get some shots from the free throw line. 47.3 seconds to go in the first. Fountain getting 2 shots at the line. First one is up. First one up. Off the back of the rim, off the back of the glass, but not in the basket. Fountain, second shot up. Second one, smooth like butter, as a Tribe Called Quest would say. 45 seconds to go. Cambridge now with a 5-point lead. Martell giving it to Lily Olson. Esmeralda Velez throwing one up. And that's no good. And once again, that's going to be Cambridge recovering. Number 34, Bridget Tolman, coming down with that one. Ashley Moses with the pass from Day. Giving it to Tolman up in the paint. Looked like she was going to shoot, giving it back to Moses, who's skating outside the arc. And outside the arc, that 3 is up and no good from Claire Tolman. 10 seconds to go. Bridget Tolman being covered by Lily Olson. And with and to end the first, Claire Tolman going to go for another 3, but no good. Does not skate after 1 quarter of basketball. The Cambridge Tigers 7, Granville Golden Horde 2. And while we have a second opportunity to thank our sponsors, without them, this would None of this would be possible, including Telescope Casual Furniture. This is, of course, the Telescope Broadcast Center. Been manufacturing in Granville for more than a century, three-time ICFA Manufacturers of the Year. Family owned and operated, they focus on comfort, style, quality, and of course, their world-class customer service. Pine Grove Motel. Need a place to stay for a night? Try the Pine Grove. They got some newly renovated rooms. They're comfy and they're cozy and they're in Granville. Give them a call at 518-361-0488. That is 518-361-0488. Pine Grove Motel. And Barlow Electric. Fully insured and reasonable master electricians licensed in New York and Vermont. Doing both residential and commercial work. And call them at 518-361-0531. 518-361-0531. One quarter basketball behind it. Very low scoring endeavor thus far. Chambers to start us off. Emily D'Souza to inbound it to Ashley Moses. Fountain giving it back to D'Souza. And Esmeralda Velez gets a hand on that, and that shot's up and no good. And a little bit of an aggressive jump ball there. Darren Fortin says, "Get your hands off my lunch money." But possession arrow favoring the Golden Horde. It's Mackenzie Martell to be dished the rock, inbounding it to Paige Taylor. Martell giving it to Melanie Fisher. And don't know what was going on there, but Cambridge possession. It's the Mohawk man making a call that I wasn't able to comprehend from up here. It's Ashley Moses dishing it off to Philip Fountain, giving it back to Moses. Today, Philip Fountain to D'Souza. That was Bridget Tolman whose shot was up and no good. All right, number 10, Megan Day to inbound it. Jalen Boynton throwing some coverage up. Actually, Moses' 3-point attempts up and no good. Hits off the left side of the iron. Not enough gasoline behind that one. Granville ball. Kenzie Martell inbounding it to Paige Taylor. Paige Taylor got some very vibrant pink shoes on. Taylor. Martell giving it to Taylor. Taylor to Ella Olson. Back to Martell. And Martell's going to drive up. She's being triple covered right now. And she's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be Cambridge ball. Excellent defense there. Really hard to get a pass off if nobody's around except Cambridge Tigers. It's Moses now. Dishing it off to Emily D'Souza. Finding Moses in the key. Now Bridget Tolman is going to be called on that travel. Kenzie Martell. Dishing it off to Paige Taylor. Back to Martell. As Ella Olson putting up a screen. And Mackenzie Martell going up for 3, but that's no good. And Cambridge is going to come down with a rebound. And looks like Melanie Fisher is going to be called. It's going to be her first foul of the game. Cambridge ball. Emily D'Souza thrown in. It's inbounded by Ashley Moses. Back to D'Souza. Jalen Boynton suffocating her in that corner. As LaFountain giving it off to Day. Day to Moses. Moses drives one up. And that's no good either. So as I said, can't reiterate enough, not a lot of scoring. As Olsen on the rebound, giving it to Martell. Martell in a little bit of a fast break. Looked like that was going to go in, but no good. And referee's going to call that a jump ball and possession arrow favoring Granville. Martell inbounding it to Fisher. Melanie Fisher's shot is up and it floats in. 7-4, favoring Cambridge with 5:30 to go in the half. 11 points have been scored in this game so far. And if it doesn't sound like a lot, that's because it's not. Very defensively oriented gameplay so far. As Bridget Tolman tried to save the ball from going out of bounds, but still going to be Granville ball nonetheless. Kenzie Martell throwing it in to Paige Taylor. Taylor dishing it back to Martell. For Fountain getting up in Martell's grill. Taylor looked like she was going to go for a three. Now Olsen trying to throw it over the Cambridge team. Jalen Boynton just didn't have enough ups behind that one. That's Claire Tolman throwing it in to Ashley Moses. Back to Tolman. Ashley Moses is going to go for that deep corner too. And that's good for another 2 points. We are on the verge of double-digit scoring from the Cambridge Tigers. Mackenzie Martell dishing it off to Taylor. Taylor finding Ella Olsen in the just outside of the paint. That ball's going to go outside. Out of bounds, excuse me. It's going to be Cambridge. Oh, Claire Tolman as the rest of the team was already retreating to the paint, it seems like. It's Ashley Moses finding LaFountain. Fountain trying to get out of Martell's way. Finding Sharon in the paint. As Day gives that back to Moses. Moses finding LaFountain. Finding Tolman on blocks. Day looked like Moses could have rattled one off. And it looks like they're going to call that a shooting foul, and that's going to be on. It's going to be Melanie Fisher's second. And Ashley Moses getting 2 shots from the line. First one goes up. First one, silky smooth, goes right in. Second up, second good. Cambridge Tigers officially hit double digit territory, excuse me. It's 11-4 with 4:10 to go in the half. Martell giving it off to Melanie Fisher. Fisher trying to float one up, no good. Ella Olsen, that looked like she was going to get it on the rebound, but no good. Tolman throwing it in to Ashley Moses. Tolman being covered by Paige Taylor. Then Claire Tolman finding perhaps a teammate we didn't see behind the bleachers. That ball goes out of bounds. But Kenzie Martell. It's going to be inbounded by Paige Taylor. Back to Martell. 7-point game. Trying to figure out what to do. As Nicola Fountain gets a hand on it. And Claire Tolman with the catch. But ball goes out of bounds. Couldn't quite get a grasp on that. And that's going to still be Cambridge ball. Looks like Molly Fisher got a hand on it at the last possible second. Sharon making that fast break out. Looks like she was going to just charge right through the Granville line. But that's another missed attempt. Mackenzie Martell with the pass from Olsen, finding Paige Taylor up in the middle. Paige Taylor's going to draw the foul. Number 10, Megan Day, going to be charged with her first. It's Paige Taylor's first shot up and no good. Hitting off the precipice, but not getting in. Second shot up. Firing it off, rapid fire style, but no good. As Melanie Fisher quick to throw one in, too. That foul is going to be called on Melanie Fisher. No, on Paige Taylor, excuse me. It's going to be her first of the game. Claire Tolman, Ashley Moses. You've heard me say it once. You're going to hear me say it the rest of the night. It's Moses finding Nicola Fountain. Was Claire Gould quick to get up in her face. And Moses shot up, no good. First one, the three-point attempt before that was off to the left of the iron. This one off to the right of the iron. That's going to be Cambridge ball. Megan Day. Going to inbound that to Clefountain. Clefountain going for the drive up the middle. And are they calling that a jump ball? Looks like we're calling that a jump ball. Possession arrow. Possession arrow to favor Cambridge. As she tries to give it to Moses up the middle. Number 22, Ella Olson. Should be called on that. It's going to be her first foul of the game. As Ashley Moses gets 2 shots from the line. First one's up. First one's good. Second one up. Second one is good. It's a 9-point game. 3 minutes to go in the half. It's Claire Gould. Looks like she was trying to throw it off to Big Sarah, but they have 2 Tigers in the way. Let's get some substitutions in. Esmeralda Velez gonna sit down. So Martell comes back in. Fisher to Olson. Olson to Martell. Martell's shot up and off the side of the glass. Saw Melanie Fisher trying to float one up, and looks like someone got a piece of it. But Paige Taylor finishes that one strong. That's good for 2 more points for the Golden Horde. Stallman inbounding it to Moses. Claire Gould getting all up in that. And that attempt is up. And it looked like it was a 3, but officials are saying that she had a foot on the line. That's another 2. It's another 2 for Ashley Moses. Kenzie Martell positioned off to Ella Olson. That shot's not going to skate. And Melanie Fisher catches her on rebound, but does not manage to get any points from that, but does draw a foul. As Claire Tolman, number 11, getting her first foul of the game. Fisher, 2 shots from the line. First one's up. First one off the front of the iron and the back of the glass. And number 2. In and out. Hate to see it. Cambridge on the rebound. Nicola Fountain shuffling it off to Ashley Moses. But Stolman trying to get past Melanie Fisher. And Ashley Moses has been really favors taking those shots from the corner. Another one up and another one no good. Sharon dishing one off to La Fountain. Oh, no, excuse me, to Megan Day. Looks like she's going to draw a foul of her own. So Paige Taylor, it's a second. Megan Day now getting her chance 2 from the line. First one's a miss. Second one's up. Second one's good. So officially, Cambridge now has their biggest score of the game so far. A 10-point lead. 16 to Granville 6 with 1:34 to go. This looks like Claire Group get called on that travel as Sharon. And on that to Ashley Moses. Stay finding Sharon. Thrown back to Day and Sharon. Fishing off to Moses. Sharon getting it to Day on the other side. And Megan Day goes up for a 3, and that's no good. As both Paige Taylor and Nicola Fountain get their hands on that. The jump ball possession now favoring Granville's Lily Olson throwing it in to Mackenzie Martell. Back to Olson. Finding Boynton from the corner. And she is stopped by the brick wall of Sharon. Lily Olson giving it off to Martell. And Paige Taylor goes for a 3, and once again, no good. Jalen Boynton. Because of the way she fell, that's a travel. That's Cambridge ball. Sometimes just a little bit of bad footwork goes a long way. We can't really say bad footwork, just the way that she landed her other foot kind of threw her balance off. So number 22. Number 22 for Cambridge, who our program does not provide us a number, so we're just going to call her 22. Day to Moses. Moses is going to float that up and going to go off. Doesn't even touch them, just off the glass. 20 seconds to go. Shot clock is turned off. And Mackenzie Martell's shot, it looked like it was going to stop this scoring drought Granville seemed to have. We got 5 seconds to go here as Nicole LaFountain dishing it off to number 22. 22 shot is up and no good. And to end the half, 22 total points have been scored. Varsity women's basketball coming live from the Telescope Broadcast Center. Very defensive battle so far. Cambridge Tigers with a 10-point lead over the Granville Golden Horde. From the rest of us from NYVT Media, we will be back after halftime. Thank you for tuning in so far. Hope to see you in a few minutes. And we back, and we back, and we back, and we back, and we back. One half. After the first half, 16-6, Cambridge Tigers. They start off. Moses dishing it off to Tolman. To Berthume. I got to chance talk to number 24, Sharon Berthume, about 4 seconds before we went live. She dishing that off to Tolman. Back to Moses. And looked like she was going to shoot. Shooting clock. And she does. Let's say the shooting clock was getting ready to dip down. But nothing there. Clear Gould on the rebound. And looks like they're going to call her on a double dribble. That's going to be Cambridge ball is Ashley Moses. Looks like Melanie Fisher was going to break a piece off of that before I can get to Tolman. As Moses dishing it off to Berthume. And number 12, Nicole Fountain, is going to be called for that travel. Schooled to Martell. Got to say, two of the shortest women I've seen in varsity basketball in my life, but just combined a lot of heart. As Ella Olsen shot, it looked like Melanie Fisher had the rebound, but no dice. It's Megan Day. Gonna be the one to try to inbound that. And Tolman dishing it off to Berthume. Berthume looked like she was going to go up with it. Well, giving off to Day. Day to Moses. Moses deep two up, no good. And that ball's going to go out of. It seems to be out of bounds. Granville ball. School giving it off to Martell. Martell trying to get past Moses and company. As Ella Olsen gives it off. And who would have thought Mackenzie Martell with a three? First scoring of the half. Little girl, big shot, Mackenzie Martell. And Megan Day is going to answer with 2 points. We're on 18-9, 6:16 to go in the third. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Looked like it went off the hand and off of the midsection of Megan Day. It's going to be Lily Olsen. To inbound that. It's the Martell finding Fisher to Olsen. Paige Taylor trying to throw it in traffic. And all three Tigers get a hand on it. But Ella Olsen looked like she was going to finish that. Catches her own rebound. No good. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors. It's going to favor Granville. So Ella Olsen trying to drive one up. So that's to younger sister Lily Olsen. Mackenzie Martell going up for another three, and that one looked good up until it hit the rim. Molly Fisher's going to be called on her third foul of the game. Just Tolman giving it off to Moses, and Moses just had a little set of butterfingers as Berthume gives it off to D'Souza. Shot goes up. Shot so good. Melanie Fisher on the rebound. And that's going to be jump ball. Possession arrow favoring. Looks like that's going to favor Cambridge. Day to Berthume. So Moses. Looks like that's going to be a double dribble. That's Granville ball. Lily Olsen throwing it into Mackenzie Martell. Martell throwing it over everybody, finding Paige Taylor, but can't get a firm grasp on that. Lily Olsen giving it to Martell. Martell to Ella Olsen up in the middle to Paige Taylor. And she completes the layup. Granville officially enters double-digit scoring territory. It's 18-11 with 5 minutes to go in the third. As Berthume tried throwing it to Day. Day couldn't quite get a grasp on it. Picks up, throwing it back to Berthume. Send it off to Tolman. Tolman floats one up, but Ella Olsen gets a hand on it. But Megan Day finishes that. That's another two for Cambridge. Mackenzie Martell getting double teamed. Ball goes out of bounds. So Melanie Fisher was yanking it out, passing off to Lily Olson, finding Paige Taylor, was being double teamed by D'Souza and Berthume. Ball going out of bounds. Martell throw it in. Cambridge gets a hand on Ashley Moses. So once again, Martell pass it in. She's going to find Fisher. Giving it to Martell, and Ella Olsen floats one up. Stay finding D'Souza. Mackenzie Martell. Looks like she's going to get called on that. There's a lot of physicality for both Claire Gould and Mackenzie Martell, especially considering their size. This day with the pass from Moses back to Moses. So now Berthume also giving it to Moses. Berthume's going to go up for a shot, and that's good. Floating right in. Jerome Berthume. Tilly Olsen passing it off to Taylor. Taylor whipping off to Ella Olsen. Looks like Ella Olsen's going to be called on that travel. So Berthume passing it off to Moses. Moses scanning the court, finding Berthume. Give it to the fountain today to D'Souza. And D'Souza's going to get called on that travel. Against Martell, throw it into Lily Olsen. Olsen trying to get past Moses, finding Ella Olsen. Paige Taylor coming down with that high pass. Giving it to Mackenzie Martell. And that three is up and no good. Ella Olsen tried to finish that. Draws the foul instead. And Sharon Berthume would be called on her first foul of the game. 3:16 to go, 22-13 favoring Cambridge. It's Ella Olsen's first shot. Up and no good. Little left. Second one up. That one's going to be no good. That's D'Souza on the rebound. Giving it off to Moses. Moses sliding it over to Berthume. Can't get out of the way of Lily Olsen. But she's going to pass it off. So Moses in the middle. Melanie Fisher would come up with that. She's going to find Lily Olsen. Back to Fisher. Paige Taylor's going up for a three. It's another three-point attempt that doesn't skate. Lily Olsen coming down with that rebound. Mackenzie Martell. So she's going for a shot. And looks like one of the Tigers got a hand on that. It's going to go out of bounds. Granville ball. And just a little bit of miscommunication there is Melanie Fisher looked like she was, I think she started juking to the left before she got the ball. So now Megan Day passing in to Ashley Moses. And looks like Martell's going to get a hand on that. As Megan Day goes up for a three, and that three is no good. We get another jump ball, possession arrow, pointing to Cambridge. It's Megan Day. Toss that one in. Trying to find an open person, finding D'Souza. Emily D'Souza. Trying to get past the wall of Lily Olsen. She finds Bridget Tolman, but Megan Day going up for that three from the arc. No good. So Nicole the Fountain dishing that one up to Bridget Tolman, and that one's gonna also not go in. Ella Olsen on the rebound immediately flickering it off to Mackenzie Martell. Lily Olson finding her big sister, but that's going to be another shooting foul, and Ella Olson's going to have an opportunity for another two at the free throw line. And Cambridge looks like Cambridge is going to be taking a timeout. So, with that in mind, we're going to take a couple seconds to thank some of our sponsors, including Scarlotta's Car Hop, getting ready to open for the March season. That is coming up. That is only, God, that's like 5 weeks away. Scarlotta's Car Hop. Come enjoy some of their delicious food and, of course, all of their ice cream flavors. Fred's Granville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy dedicated to the unique community they've served since 2015 in the Big Lots Plaza. Give them a call at 518-642-3733, 518-642-3733. As my producer Eric comes in to save the day because I pressed the wrong button at the wrong time. 9-point game. Ella Olson get 2 shots from the line. Minute 54 to go in the third. So, guys, to those of you just tuning in, that was up no good. To those of you, oh, spoketh too sooneth. That's good for another 8-point game. Olsen's second shot up. And that floats a little too much. Megan Day getting that rebound. Ashley Moses. I'm trying to expand the lead. Finding Day. Tolman from the key, passing it off to Moses. Ashley Moses' shot is going to go in. Once again, we got ourselves a double-digit lead from Cambridge. And Tolman getting a hand on that. Going to give it off to Moses. And we're not going to call a foul on that. Ball's going to go out of bounds. And I'm going to say a lady from the Golden Horde got a hand on it before it went out. It's Megan Day to throw it in. And Ashley Moses draws a foul. That's going to be Jalen Boynton, her second. Moses' first shot up. First shot is good. Love to see it. Second one is up and no good. And that's Paige Taylor on the rebound, passing it off to Lily Olson. Lily Olson intending that one to Jalen Boynton, but Cambridge getting a hand on it. That ball's going to be out of bounds, rolling off the foot of Bridget Tolman. And Olson giving that off to Martell. Back to Olson. Olson finding her big sister, Ella Olson. Jalen Boynton hauls one off, but Paige Taylor getting a hand on it. Bounces off the glass. Just a freak accident there. And it's Cambridge ball again, and that's going to get blocked. Ella Olson managed to get some interference with that, but it's Jalen Boynton getting her third. Now Bridget Tolman, excuse me. Bridget Tolman do get 4 shots in the line. First one's up, first one's good. What? Second one's up. And no good. It's Ella Olson on the rebound, finding Paige Taylor. Rattling off to Jalen Boynton. Boynton trying to get past Ashley Moses, finding Ella Olson. Going up to Paige Taylor. Mackenzie Martell going for a deep 2, and that's no good. And it looks like Ella Olson going to be called for her second foul. She was hanging on. Looked like she was hanging on by the fingertips, if that. Looks like that Bridget Tolman's going to get some shots at the line. This Esmeralda Velez come back in, making an appearance. First shot up, first shot good. Second shot up, and no good. Paige Taylor on the rebound. Giving it to Ella Olson. Also giving it right back to Taylor. And LaFountain just couldn't get a hand on it. Finding a wide open Moses. And Moses tries to float that one, no good. It looks like that last came off the hand of Esmeralda Velez, number 34. It's Megan Day. Throw it in, finding Moses. Moses driving up in the paint, and she's going to hammer one off. Too much mustard on the top of the glass. Mackenzie Martell going for that fast break. Catches her own rebound. And at the buzzer, no dice. And after 3/4 of basketball, Granville Golden Horde are down 13. It's 27-14. Cambridge Tigers came into town meaning business. And while coaching staff takes a second to talk things over with their respective squads, I would like to thank some of our sponsors quick who make this broadcast possible. Including Telescope Casual Furniture. This is, of course, the Telescope Casual Furniture Broadcast Center. Been manufacturing in Granville for more than a century and 3-time over ICFA Manufacturers of the Year. Family owned and operated, and they focus on comfort, style, quality, and of course, their world-class customer service. And next, the Pine Grove Motel. Need a place to stay? Hey, we all do sometimes. They got some newly renovated rooms that are comfortable and cozy. Call today to get their rates at 518-361-0488. 518-361-0488. Pine Grove Motel. 8 minutes of basketball to go. You don't ever want to call a lead insurmountable. It's 27-14. Been a very defensive game. Cambridge so far getting the upper hand on the Golden Horde. Mackenzie Martell. Pass off to Paige Taylor is being double covered. Giving it off to Melanie Fisher. And they're going to start the quarter strong. First points of the game. The first points of the quarter, excuse me. It's Megan Day. Finding Nicole LaFountain. LaFountain. Giving it off to Bridget Tolman. But Paige Taylor's going to get a block there. And Ashley Moses going to get a reach-in foul on Mackenzie Martell. So Esmeralda Velez. Throwing it into Melanie Fisher. Finding Olson. And Paige Taylor going up for another three. And another three that just doesn't skate. Very uncanny for Paige Taylor. It was Cambridge on the rebound. Tolman dishing it out to LaFountain. To Bridget Tolman. Giving it off to and from Moses. Nice little shuffle sidestep as Bridget Tolman putting 2 more on the board. 13-point game with 7 minutes to go. Esmeralda Velez trying to get past some double team there is Olson trying to rattle off a pass. And looks like that's going to be a jump ball. Such an arrow favoring Cambridge. It's Claire Tolman. Inbounding that to Ashley Moses. And we get a quick rattle off from number 45. That's no good. Nicola Fountain told that was Avery Brown on the miss. Esmeralda Velez throwing it in to Mackenzie Martell. Floating it over to Paige Taylor. And Ella Olson finishes that beautifully off the right glass. 11-point game, 6:08 to go. As Ashley Moses tried coming up with one. Then Avery Brown is going to draw a foul. Looks like Paige Taylor's third foul of the game. To Avery Brown. It's 2 shots from the line. Looks like Ashimo's going to sit down, take a breather as a young number 22 coming on to the court. Brown's first shot up and no good. Just smacks off the front of the iron. Brown. Up and good. Just like that, Cambridge Tigers have officially eclipsed 30. It's Paige Taylor dishing it out to Esmeralda Velez from the key. And that's no good. And Cambridge's going to come down with it. Avery Brown puts it right in the breadbasket of Paige Taylor, but that's no good. They're fighting over their own rebound there. And ultimately, Melanie Fisher is going to finish that one. And she has an opportunity to turn this into a 3-point play. And the free throw shot is up and no good. And Paige Taylor calling on another foul. But Claire Tolman. It's now to 22. Avery Brown being double teamed. Nicola Fountain trying to drive up. God, Avery Brown tried to save it before it went out of bounds, but it was right on the line. As Esmeralda Velez to pass it off to Mackenzie Martell. 5:20 to go, a 10-point game. As I said, not insurmountable. It was technically only 4 possessions. Esmeralda Velez, though, going up for that shot, and that's no good. Just narrowly beating the shot clock, but still no dice. Not to the da. The officials talking some stuff over. They're going to reset the shooting clock to 15 seconds. Kenzie Martell, under the rim. Throw it off to Ella Olsen. Olsen immediately firing off the shot. And leave it to Melanie Fisher to finish that one up. As Claire Tolman now passing off to the young buck, 22, back to Tolman. Giving it off to Megan Day. Kenzie Martell trying to cover Day. Split second, it looked like Tolman was going to shoot, but doesn't. Day giving it off to Nicole Fountain. And Melanie Fisher looked like she was about to absolutely just yank that out of there. But as the Cambridge Tigers called a full timeout, we have an opportunity to thank some of our sponsors, including Barlow Electric. Barlow Electric, of course, the master electricians based out of both New York and Vermont. They can do generator installation in residential and commercial work. Give them a call at 518-361-0531. 518-361-0531. Barlow Electric. Of course, Scarlotta's Car Hop is coming right around the bend. We have 5 weeks away before Scarlotta's Car Hop opens up for the 2025 season in March. Enjoy some of their delicious food and, of course, all of their ice cream choices. Scarlotta's. Fred's Granville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, dedicated to the unique community they've served since 2015. That is a decade of being in business. Find them in the Big Lots Plaza at 518-642-3733. Fred's Granville Pharmacy. 8-point game. 4:37 to go. And after the timeout, we're going to have Claire Tolman passing that into Ashley Moses. And we're not cognizant of the shot clock after the timeout. And with that shot clock violation, now Esmeralda Velez and the Golden Horde to receive possession. Little spin move there from Martell is Esmeralda Velez going to try and float one up, and no, good. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Cambridge ball. So 22 to Moses to Tolman. Tolman back to Moses. Back to Tolman. And throwing it right off for the foot of Melanie Fisher. And that's kicking, and that's going to be, once again, Cambridge ball. And Tolman passing it off to Moses, but Mackenzie Martell got a hand on it. And once again, getting very close and personal. Now trying to get past Paige Taylor, passing it off to Megan Day. And once again, that's another shot clock violation. Lily Olson throwing it into Martell. So Ella Olson maintaining some kind of possession of it as Melanie Fisher going up, trying to just float one on in. As they're double teaming D'Souza. It'll be Moses who comes down with it. Moses throwing it off to D'Souza, throwing it off to Day, Megan Day. And she's going to find D'Souza once again. Finding Megan Day. There's 10 seconds to go on the shot clock, and Ashley Moses rattles one off, but that's no good. It's Lily Olson now. One person to beat. And number 22 is going to follow her. And at a time when you don't want to give up any points right now if you're Canadian. But with that in mind, Lily Olson, opportunity for 2 shots at the free throw line. As Megan Day is going to sit down. And Sharon Berthume coming back off the bench. And after that, looks like I think Granville called a timeout. So we're going to once again take a second to thank some of our sponsors, including Telescope Casual Furniture. Of course, this is the NYVT Media Sports Telescope Broadcast Center. So we have to thank them. Been manufacturing in your hometown for more than a century. 3 times over, voted the ICFA Manufacturers of the Year, and they're a family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. Pine Grove Motel got some newly renovated, comfortable, and cozy rooms. Book your stay today by giving them a call at 518-361-0488. That's the Pine Grove Motel. Barlow Electric, fully insured and reasonable. Ask their electricians licensed in New York and Vermont. Do residential or commercial work. Give them a call at 518-361-0531. That's 518-361-0531. 3 minutes to go. 7-point game. Number 22 being challenged by Lily Olson. Finding Moses. Trying to break away from the coverage that Ella Olson was commanding there. Finding Berthume, Melanie Fisher sticking like a can't finish that analogy because I lost my train of thought. But on the rebound, Mackenzie Martell now. And what appeared to be the slowest fall I have witnessed as a sports broadcaster, Paige Taylor. Getting it out to Mackenzie Martell, and she whips one out. Doesn't touch rim, goes right out of bounds. It's LaFountain receiving that, getting that inbounded from number 22. Ashley Moses fires one off, and Mackenzie Martell is going to get her second foul of the game. Ashley Moses down at the line. First shot. is up. Had some hang time to it for a free throw, but it's no good. And second. Nice and smooth right in. Mackenzie Martell finding Paige Taylor. And Berthune gets a hand on it. But Granville still holding on. Mackenzie Martell finding Melanie Fisher. Looks like she's going to hand it off to Ella Olson, but doesn't. Pass to Lily Olson. It's Paige Taylor. Hawks it across the court as Ashley Moses tries to get a hand on that. So we get some substitutions. Megan Day and Claire Tolman coming back in. As Berthium throwing it off to Claire Tolman. So now Nicole Fountain trying to get past Ella Olson. And after that missed shot, Melanie Fisher on the rebound handed off to Lily Olson. She's going to find Mackenzie Martell from the key. And that three-pointer smacks against the left of the iron. And after that, Melanie Fisher drawing her fourth foul in the game. Only got one of those left with a minute 38 to go. And it appears like the clock is not moving. Yeah. Well, they corrected that at some point, but yeah, if it weren't for the buzzer hitting our ears every 5 seconds, we wouldn't know it's a basketball game. But Mackenzie Martell now throwing it into Lily Olson. Finding her big sister Ella Olson, and she floats one up off left glass. No good. And that ball's going to go out of bounds. Minute 18 seconds to go. It's an 8-point game. As the Fountain thrown it into Moses. And Nicole Fountain able to get it past Esmeralda Velez. And now Claire Tolman floating one up and no good. Catches her own rebound. Finds Ashley Moses. And that shot's up and no good. Lily Olson in a sea of Tigers. Hands it off to Mackenzie Martell. Martell tries to flow one up, but that's good. Mackenzie Martell getting some meaningful points in a minute to go. 6-point game. That's 2 3-pointers. That is not an insurmountable game. So if you guys are just tuning in, this is Brett Porter with NYVT Media, the man with the camera, Eric Picar, producer for the night as well. Some Adirondack League women's varsity basketball as the visiting Cambridge Tigers currently up 6 against the Granville Golden Horde. Not ruled out yet. At the half, this game was 16-6. Been very low scoring, very defensively oriented. As Coach Sarah Kudi trying to strum up a game plan 60 seconds, just maintain that 6-point lead. As Taylor, Olson, Fisher, Martell. To realistically be the lineup to end this game. It was Megan Day trying to get him to draw that foul, and Nicole Fountain getting a hack and shack there by Melanie Fisher, and I think with that, Fisher's out. Melanie Fisher is going to officially foul out, and Esmeralda Velez to take her place. Nicole Fountain got 2 shots from the line. First one's up. First one's good. Second one's up. Second one floats in too. An 8-point game with 52 seconds to go. Lily Olson passing off to Paige Taylor. Taylor off to Ella Olson. And that's going to be Cambridge ball. Cambridge coming down with it. Megan Day on that one as Moses tried that. No luck as Lexi Peterson now for the Tigers getting some time. At this point, you consider it garbage time. 22 seconds to go. 20.7 seconds to go, excuse me. Got an 8-point game. I mean, at this point, you could say very low scoring game, very defensively oriented matchup. Ella Olson, once again, just going for some shots to maybe make the scoreboard look a little more favorable. But it looks like Peterson giving it off to Tolman. Looks like they're just going to dribble it out for the next 5 seconds. And with this last second and a half, the visiting Cambridge Tigers managed to take out the Granville Golden Horde. Final score 33, Granville 25. I always found it kind of funny, like the droning sound of all of the good games. I don't know, for those of you who, especially me, when I was playing baseball in my days in high school, and a little bit of soccer, the stream of good games after was kind of a drone. But what am I talking about? Game's over. Let's go home, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Nivet Sports broadcast coming to you live from the Telescope Casual Furniture Broadcast Center in the rafters of scenic Granville High School. Brett Porter and Eric Picar signing out. Good night, good luck, and we will see you this Friday for more Nivet Sports.